If you're tired of being the one who always has to make the first move, the one who has to send the awkward follow-up text, or the one who feels like they're constantly auditioning for a spot in someone else's life, honey, this is for you. I know the drill. You put on your best outfit, you practice your dazzling smile, and you walk into a room ready to be noticed, only to end up feeling like a very expensive piece of furniture. You're doing all the work, and frankly, it's exhausting. It's like trying to push a shopping cart with a wobbly wheel. You're putting in maximum effort for minimum momentum. We've all been fed the same tired advice. Just be yourself, smile more, make eye contact. And let's be honest, that advice is about as useful as a screen door on a submarine. It's passive, it's generic, and it puts the entire burden of being approachable on you. The truth is, you don't need to try harder. You need to stop trying wrong. You need to stop sending out the please validate me signal and start emitting the I am the main event frequency. You need to understand that the most magnetic people in the room aren't chasing, they're simply attracting. They're not running after opportunities, they're setting up a velvet rope and letting the opportunities line up. And today, I'm giving you the 4 subtle, almost savage moves that will flip the script and make people feel compelled to cross the room and talk to you. The first move, don't need a date, vibe. This is about your internal state, and it's the most powerful repellent for low-quality attention. Most people walk into a social setting with a desperate energy. They're scanning the room, looking for approval, looking for a connection, looking for something to fill a void. And let me tell you, that energy is louder than a marching band. It screams, I am available and I am anxious about it. People can smell desperation like cheap perfume. Here's the fix. Stop looking for people. Start looking at things. Be genuinely engaged in your own world. If you're at a coffee shop, don't look up every time the door opens. Be absorbed in your book, your work, or even just your thoughts. If you're at a party, don't hover near the entrance. Find a corner, observe the room, and look like you're the only person there who knows a secret. You are not a free sample. You are a high-value item on a shelf. You don't chase customers, you wait for them to appreciate the quality. When you look like you don't need anyone, everyone suddenly wants to know why. Still there? Cool. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's continue. The second move is the high-value filter. This is how you use your environment to signal quality and exclusivity. You need to give people a high-quality reason to approach you, not just a generic opening. Stop being the blank canvas. Instead, put out a subtle, nonverbal bait. This could be a book that sparks curiosity, not a self-help book, dear, but something niche and interesting. It could be a unique piece of jewelry, a t-shirt with a witty, obscure reference, or a focused activity like sketching in a notebook. The key is that the bait must be a filter. It should only attract people who share that specific interest or who are intelligent enough to ask about it. If someone approaches you and says, nice shirt, that's generic. If they approach you and say, is that the first edition of The Secret History? I've been looking for that. You know you filtered for quality. You've given them a high-value opening line and you haven't had to lift a finger. The third move is the quiet confidence signal. This is the difference between loud, performative confidence, the kind that's trying too hard, and quiet, self-assuredness. Performative confidence is all about talking loudly, over-explaining, and dominating the conversation. Quiet confidence is about pauses and precision. When you speak, use pauses. Don't rush to fill the silence. Let your words land. When someone asks you a question, don't launch into a 10-minute defense of your life choices. Give a concise, clear answer, and then let the ball sit in their court. For example, if someone asks what you do, don't say, oh, I'm just a freelance writer, but I'm trying to get into marketing and I also do a little bit of pottery on the side. If that's too much, that's signaling anxiety. Instead, say, I'm a writer. Pause. Let them ask the next question. You are not auditioning for their approval. You are simply stating a fact. This quiet precision forces the other person to lean in, to ask more, and to do the work of pursuing the conversation. The fourth and final move is the exit strategy. This is the most savage move because it teaches people that your time is valuable even when they're talking to you. Most people, when approached, feel obligated to stay in the conversation until the other person decides to leave. This is a huge mistake. It signals that your time is infinite and worthless. You need to be the one who controls the flow. You need to be the one who ends the conversation first, and you need to do it while the conversation is still good. This leaves them wanting more. It creates a vacuum that they will feel compelled to fill later. After a good 5-minute chat, you simply say, "It was lovely talking to you, but I promised myself I'd get back to my book friend drink. Enjoy your evening." No long explanation, no apology, just a calm, firm exit. This move is brilliant because it does two things. It shows you have boundaries and it makes you instantly memorable. You are the one who got away, even if it was just for 5 minutes. They will remember the person who left them on a high note, and they will absolutely approach you again. So here's your new mantra. You don't chase, you attract. You are the prize. Stop looking for people to validate you and start being so focused on your own high-quality world that they can't help but want to be a part of it. Use the don't need a date vibe. Put out a high-value filter. Master the quiet confidence signal, and always have an exit strategy. Pick one move, use it today, and watch how fast people start approaching you without you having to lift a finger. You deserve to be pursued. Now go get it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.